Okay, so yeah, timing case back on. Just waiting for the new set screws. And just before the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mount the engine onto the engine cradle. But before I do that, a couple of jobs. I'm going to put the oil feed and oil return pipe union back on, because when it's on the cradle it's just a bit awkward. I'm going to torque up the oil pressure release valve to 25 foot-pounds. I couldn't do that before because I couldn't get the tension on it. I couldn't hold it down enough, but now it's on the engine. I think that'll be fine. If I can't do it, I'll do it when it's in the cradle. And then I'm going to fit the oil seal, the crank oil seal, on the drive side. Just things that are easier to do now before I put the engine on the cradle. Okay, I've torqued up the oil pressure release valve to 25 foot-pounds, and I've put the oil feed and return pipes on. Out is in and in is out. So the pipe on the outside is the oil goes into the engine. The pipe on the inside, the oil comes back out the engine. So now I'm going to put the oil feed. I'm going to put the oil seal, crank oil seal, on the drive side. Now, to be honest, I could have done this. I could have done this before, when the crank, before I put the cranks together. But I'm going to do it now. I'm not sure whether it'll be easier either way. Don't want to damage the seal too much. The only main thing is I'm going to make sure there's good oil on the crank and on the seal, so that it's not running dry when the engine starts. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap it in using a drift. In my case, that will be some appropriately sized box spanner. And there we are, the new crank oil seal in position, because of course on a Commando the oil in the engine oil is not shared with the primary chain case. It's separate oil. On the Trident, then the oil is shared with the primary chain case, and there is no oil seal, so the oil can go through the main bearing into the primary chain case. But we want it separate, so we need that oil seal there on the crankshaft to keep the engine oil in the crankcase separate from the oil in the primary. Right, what we're going to do now is finish work on the crankcase generally, and so we're now going to fit it to the engine cradle, gearbox assembly. Oh, there's a very good manual over there. And then basically the rest of the engine work I'm going to do here on the engine lift, because that then leaves the bench free for me to work on things like the cylinder head, etc. Oh, look, there's my oil, because I've tilted it back over. There's the oil that I primed everything with the other day coming out. Yeah, I've got to tip it back over that way. If you remember, I poured oil down and primed it, and it's all coming out. It doesn't really matter, because when everything's back together, the engine will of course wet some. So oil will go down and prime the oil pump, etc. Anyway, it won't go down the crankshaft, but it'll certainly prime the oil pump. Right, anyway, yeah, so I'm going to put the crankcases, I'm going to put that on here, so that leaves the bench free for doing like the cylinder head and all preparatory works, etc., that need doing before the parts go actually on the engine. I just think it's going to be easier that way. So I've got the three mounting holes left on the crank, on the rear of the crankcases, and they go on the on these 3 here, and then we've got the and I've got some new mounting studs. So that's what we're going to do now. Right, so there we have it. The crankcases are now bolted back on to the cradle, and we'll continue to rebuild the engine from here on with the crankcases as they are on the lift. As I say, that frees up the the bench for working on the cylinder head and so on, etc., before parts are fitted to the actual engine. Okay, but just beginning to look a bit like an engine again. So that's a big step forward.